Exciting news. I just hit 100 subscribers on YouTube and I got 100 members in my Skool community. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of give you an update on what I've been doing, what's working, what's not working, kind of take you behind the scenes. So let's jump over to YouTube Analytics. I have it set here for 90 days. My first videos were published on October 15th and 16th. And my shorts here have skewed the views. I am sticking strictly to long form videos here. So up through today, which is January 3rd, the channel has gotten 3,700 views. Watch time hours is 136, and I'm currently at 123 subscribers. And just real quickly, you can see off here to the side, my views in the last 48 hours is 361. This is currently what's driving me crazy, is when I have a video do well and then it does nothing. So we'll just kind of ignore that for now. Let's pop over to the content analytics. And here you can see I've got 2,700 views, 69,000 impressions. My click-through rate is 2.6. And the average view duration is 2 minutes and 54 seconds. If I go to advanced mode here, one thing I am watching, and I want to filter out my shorts because that's going to skew these numbers. Average view duration and average percentage viewed. So this is still staying similar. However, in these last two videos and my videos that are publishing currently, I've revised my framework. I have tried to focus more on storytelling and coming up with a framework off of successful videos. So I'm hoping this increases. This video here, my latest video, 28%. So that's good. That's moving in the right direction here. But the other thing I am conscious of that I want to increase is my click-through rate. And I have been studying and understand now that my titles and thumbnails really suck. And so I've got to get better at that. It doesn't matter what my average view duration is if nobody clicks on the video. So I've got to make that better. And it has. If I switch this to 7, the click-through rate has gone up to 3.4. So it's moving in the right direction. But that is something I am focused on. So that is definitely kind of the first thing I've had to hone in on. The things that have changed since starting, I would say just my whole process has evolved. I do a lot more research. When I do a video now, I look for totally different things, totally different metrics. And my overall process now is to come up with a general framework or an outline for the video. And then I actually spend some time looking at successful videos of a similar topic and kind of break them down, see what worked, and then apply that to my video. And then I start to develop my title and my thumbnail. And I don't know, it just kind of helps me get the vibe for the video that way, knowing what it is. So I feel like it kind of sets the tone for the video. And I know there's a connection there between the title and when someone first clicks on your video. So I'm kind of working through that. That's been the biggest change. I am also committed to posting regularly, and that's a big change. I've had to kind of figure out my schedule around creating the videos because it is pretty time consuming. However, when I can, I do have from my agency a video editor. When I can have him do things if he's not working on things for our clients. I hate editing videos. So that is something that I love to have Mike do. So that is something that does free up my time, because once I was tracking my time, it was hours that I was spending editing things, and I wasn't great at it. So, and that's not going to grow my channel. My editing skills are not going to grow my channel. It's creating content and creating awareness, which is going to grow my content. And that's what I need to be focused on. So that's a tip for you. Offload things that aren't going to accomplish your goal, whether it's growth or sales. Focus on the things that are going to grow you. Another thing that I am constantly, I wouldn't say struggling with, but working on is, the channel is about marketing and AI. And one challenge is I can always find the AI topics that are trending, but finding the marketing topics that are trending is a little more difficult. And so I understand that that is the channel that I'm creating. And so it's my job to weave those things together. But I am conscious of the fact that I am creating content for two different audiences, people that have already subscribed, and then also the audience of, people that don't know anything about me or haven't discovered me, which is like 90% of the people seeing my videos are not subscribers. All right, let's hop over to Skool and I'll show you what's going on there. So currently right now we're at 109 members. I started this like the last week in September. It didn't get going, until October. So this has been great. We've got our community board here where people are interacting with content, and it's a mix. I'm trying to create a community here where, if I create content, I want it to be focused on marketing. And really, my approach to creating content here is whatever I post about, I try and create a prompt to use with it. So it's, they're still getting value or an education on how to use AI for marketing. And I'm also trying to keep it a little less formal, a little more relaxed. So it's been going great. And some of the things, this is just the community feed where people can post. If we go to the classroom, I've created a couple, and the thing I should mention, this community is free, and it will be for a while. I do have courses here that, these are free also. And I've noticed from starting this channel, I had these grand plans of content and courses. And what I realized is that it was far too advanced for my audience that was coming to my community. So another tip for you there, stop spending all this time strategizing things and just take action, because you need to really understand your market. And the only way you can do that is if you take action and actually see what the market is telling you. So I've got these courses here for folks. I am working on my first paid course right now. It's going to be how to build a brand. That will be, you'll have to pay to take that course. It will be far more in depth. Some of these aren't super long, but they do walk you through step by step, and they give you sort of all the prompts and everything that you need here. I also have some opportunities for coaching. People can sign up for a 30-minute call or a 1-hour call. And I also have this new program here where it's essentially an entire roadmap. So it's, essentially several months where we meet regularly and help you with whatever it is that you're trying to grow. So I am excited to get the courses. I'll be releasing courses on a regular basis. That is also how I'm going to start to monetize things. I should have looked this up before shooting this video, but people have signed up for coaching calls for me so far, and that started last month, which has been great. I don't know off the top of my head what that is. I'm guessing it's probably in just maybe over $2,000 total for that. So that's a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting that right away. Of course, I do plan to do that down the road. So offer paid courses as well as more honed in one-on-one coaching programs. And then long-term to have a paid community where people can get really more hands-on help in that group. So with more specific tasks, other than I feel like this is still kind of helping people getting started. So that would be for more people at an advanced level with AI. Let's head over to the dashboard and look at some of the metrics. So And I can't change any of this, but this is traffic in the last 7 days. It's been 53. I think the most I've had is close to 100. I'll share with how I got to that. I've had 17 signups and a conversion rate of 32%. So this is overperforming. So a free group should have a conversion rate of at least 18%. So it's overperforming. In an ideal world, I would love to be running ads from social media pointing people to this group to get that number up. But that would just be money that essentially I wouldn't get a return on because I don't have anything to sell people. But I might start doing that once I get this first paid course on there as just a general shot, maybe to make some conversions that way. But more than likely, I'm going to have to start running ads if I want to increase the volume here, but at least I'll get an idea of what it's going to cost me to drive traffic to this, which can help me determine the pricing of maybe some of the things that I offer so that I can either eliminate that cost to drive traffic, which would be great, or the best case scenario is to make a little bit of profit. So if you can reach that, if you can drive traffic to your funnel and make money at it, there's literally no limit to your growth. And Dan Kennedy, the marketer, said, you want to be the business that can spend the most amount of money to gain a customer. And what that really means is that if you can make money off getting customers, that's the ideal situation because it's not a cost. So you can just keep throwing money at it to actually grow your audience, and you're making money. So it's a profitable system. So in an ideal world, that is the number one thing you would like to try and figure out. Let's head over to metrics. And I can't change this. This is just the growth of the total members here. Is this 30 days? Yeah, 30 days. So we've seen 35 new members and 82 members were active, so 77%. And here is a little chart here of this is sort of the daily activity in the group. And of course, when you have a big post that does well, that's when these boxes can get darker green. This is a different scale than the green on your own personal profile. Let's head over to discovery. So when I started the group, it was, I think, at like 588. So we're making progress, and a number of things factor into this. I will say though, as far as how am I getting people into the group, I have those numbers. Unfortunately, when people sign up to the group, I ask them how they heard about the group. I didn't put that question in until December 13th. So that's bad on my part. I should have been doing that from the beginning. So this data is only from December 13th. 14% of the members have come directly from me. So that is me on Skool, in other groups, having discussions with people and telling them, hey, come check out my group. And I'm trying to help people. It's not like I'm some sleazy car salesman trying to get them to come to my group. It's like I know I can genuinely help them, and I have tools in the group to help them. So 14% there. And these numbers are kind of rounded up and, averages. As far as discovery on Skool, 38% of the members were searching for marketing and AI on Skool, which is the number one way right now. Currently. However, 29% of the members have come from YouTube, but YouTube has really picked up in the last 2 weeks. And if we look back at some of the reach now that some of my videos are getting, that's understandable. So the 2 videos that have gotten close to 400 or over 400 views, people are clicking the links and coming to this. And I anticipate that that will continue to grow, and I'm sure eventually be the majority of where the traffic is coming from. So that is my whole point of this entire thing. You use social media for awareness, and that is what the YouTube account is for. And I'm pointing people into my funnel, which is my Skool community, where people can learn and, interact with other like individuals. So it's working thus far. As far as my process that I've been using in the Skool group, it's very time consuming, but there's a lesson to learn here. When people sign up, I do offer them a growth call with me. And this does take quite a bit of time, but in the early stages here, it's the information that I gain from it is really invaluable, because I'm getting an understanding of my target market, and that at this stage is incredibly important. So this gives me ideas for content, and it gives me ideas for courses, and just overall, it's actually great. I've really enjoyed it, and I know I'm heading in the right direction, and this is a lesson for anybody starting anything new. If nobody knows who you are, the only way to create value is you have to give things away. And I am giving knowledge and expertise and prompts away to people. And the reason I say this now is because you do this so that people feel almost like they're excited and they want to tell more people about what they experienced with you. That's when you know you're heading in the right direction, because the best way to grow is by referrals or by testimonials. And so a few people that have been on these calls, I have not asked them to, create a testimonial, or they've posted in the community. So here's Mike. He was talking about his interaction here with me, and I just recently had another one. Michael had one. He posted this. This was all done on their own. I did not ask them to do this, which is great, because I know I'm heading in the right direction. Now, if people don't do that, I do ask them. I do have a survey, which actually I'll show that to you. I do ask them for feedback, and so this has been great. I have a Google form that I send them, and I just ask them for feedback. So the first question I ask is, how would you describe your experience during the growth call? Was it what you expected? The impact and value. What was the most valuable takeaway or insight you gained from the session? Clarity and relevance. Were the concepts and strategies shared during the call clear and relevant to your business goals? If not, how could we improve? Engagement and interaction. Did you feel engaged during the call? Was there enough opportunity to ask questions and share your perspective? Or did Dave just talk his flipping head off and dominate the conversation? No, it's, next steps. Do you feel confident about the next steps after the session? If not, what additional support or resources would help? Recommendation potential. Would you recommend this growth call to others? Why or why not? And a personal quote. Please share a short testimonial about how the call made an impact or stood out for you. So these, honestly, I love hearing the positive feedback, and the majority of it has been, but I do want to understand how I can improve. And that's more important to me right now, because I'm still sort of new in this journey, and I want people to be excited about that. So you have to get testimonials, especially early on, because especially I'm in marketing. So people feel like, the most important thing for me to build is trust and credibility. And so I'm doing this, I'm showing people how I do things, and I'm showing the results I'm getting from these methods. And that's what you have to do. There's no magic, potion or script. These are the steps that actually work. It is a longer game. It takes longer to monetize, but in the long run, I will have a better, higher quality group. So that's the path I'm taking. One thing I have been slacking on is when new members join the group, I was sending personalized Loom videos to every single one where, it was short. They were less than 2 minutes, but that was really time consuming. I need to get back to that because I saw definitely an increase in people booking growth calls, which is always great because I get to understand the person better. I know the type of people that are in the group more, and it gives me great ideas for content. It's just incredibly time consuming to do that. But it absolutely worked. And I can tell you, the people that have purchased coaching sessions have all gotten on a growth call with me. So it should continue to grow that aspect of the business as long as I continue to help people out. Another thing that I'm doing to help drive traffic to the website or to the Skool community is engaging with people on Skool. And it has to be genuine engagement. You can't just be like, there's definitely people that are spammy on here, and it's like, they're like, hey, want to get married sort of approach, And so if I feel like, oh, I know exactly what this problem is struggling with, I will either give them the tools right then and there, or I will point them here and say, hey, I can tag you on some posts and you can work through this on your own. This is going to solve your problem. That's been my approach. That is very time consuming. And you'll see if you're on here, people will talk about, the rule of 100, or you do like 100 outreaches a day. That's pretty tough to do. It's really time consuming. And so you've got to find sort of a balance there. But I can definitely tell you that when I think I have hit 100 or 120 actions in one day. But that's when I've done posts in multiple groups. And if they're good posts, then you can get that easy. But if you're just like commenting on, that's pretty time consuming and takes a while. But I definitely saw an increase in the amount of members when I did that. So that is working. It's very time consuming. So it's just kind of part of the game here, but it's the engagement that's key, and it has to be genuine. This wraps up my update for both my YouTube channel and my Skool community. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed and become a member of the Skool community. This has been a fantastic journey. It has been a monumental amount of work, but I thoroughly enjoy it, and the feedback and the interactions I'm having with everybody, I'm absolutely loving, and genuinely thank you all for joining me at the early stages of this journey. And I know many of you are about to start your journey, so I'm looking forward to continue to share my experiences and hopefully help you grow. I'm sure you will grow far faster and larger than me. It's not going to be hard to do, but I just want to thank all of you again. And if there's something else, a question that you have about this journey, please post it in the comments. I'd love to, if I missed something, or if you have questions, if you're going to be starting something and want to know something, I'm happy to share any of the things I've experienced thus far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.